Hey, what's up, dudes? Kevin Castillo here, team captain of the dudes, and I talked with my SS3 Goku at the Gencon regional, the Thursday one. I got 7th place with the deck. The deck performed really well. I unfortunately lost my first round against a green deck. It's probably like the hardest matchup for the deck, honestly, just because the hand destruction is pretty rough, especially if you don't draw your Boo Unison. So that was bad, and I didn't side any like Demigras or whatever to like help against that matchup. So I lost round 1, but then I went out after that. But unfortunately that wasn't enough because it was only a top 4 playoffs and I got 7th place. So if it was top 8, then I could have kept going and potentially have won the regional. But that was that. But the deck performed really well. I'm really happy with the deck. The third time I talked with it now, I believe, and I think the deck's really strong. I think it has an upper hand over like Gamma as a blue deck. The SS4 matchup could be a little different, but I did face an SS4 at the regional and I did win, so that was cool. So it's not like completely one-sided for SS4, but I think it's definitely a good option if you want to play a blue deck. Just being able to ramp 1 and just being able to summon your Boo Unison early is awesome. Before we continue, we want to thank our sponsors over at King Fandom. If you're looking for toys, collectibles, or trading cards, this is the place you want to go to. Check out their new store at Canoga Park, California for all your card game needs. So yeah, the deck did pretty good. I'm gonna show my profile. If you don't know what it does, you swing, put a bottom deck a card from your hand, and then you put a card from your life into your energy and rest mode. And then 4 or less, you draw 1, and you split up to the good side, where you untap 3 mono blue energy at the end of your turn. And when you swing, you get the 5k pump. So it's swing for 20k, which is pretty relevant actually. Baits people to use their super combos pretty early. So that's the leader, and we'll start off with the battle cards. We play 4 Pan. This is the best Self-Awakener for the deck, just because she goes back to your hand, and then being able to charge her the next turn is great. Besides that, that's all she's good for, but I prefer her over any of the other Self-Awakeners, and I think 4 is enough. I don't think you need to play any more of that because I want to keep the deck at 50, and it's kind of tight right now. Another card I play as like a flow card is the Kai. She's very annoying for a lot of decks. A lot of decks can't really get rid of her that easily, and if you have a bunch of them on the board, like something like 2 on the turn, your opponent's gonna feel real bad if they hatch you or they riposte you, you know, like, or the popular token negates where the blockers, you know. So this card definitely puts in a lot of work. And another flow card I play is this Borgos, and honestly, the reason why this one's really good is just because it has a barrier. The deck's SS3 suffers kind of the hand issue. That's why you want to summon 1s in the early turn, so just so you could like use the leader ability and bottom deck some cards that you don't like. You have just more options once you summon these 1-drops. And he has barrier, which is great. Really good against the Trunks shooter matchup because you summon him, he doesn't go to rest mode, and then baits out the Trunks rest ability. So this card's really good, just sticks around. You have a lot of combo power on the field to make up for the lack of hand in the early game because of that card. And the most important card in the deck is this Boo Unison. It's great, it's awesome. Any blue deck that gets a ramp early to get this on turn 3, like I feel like has potential in the format. This card is very defensive. It gets you a lot of draw power. It has double strike, blocker. You get rid of a threat on your opponent's field. Like, it's amazing. I can't really say much about it. If you don't see it, then it sucks. There we go. Now we have the 3-drop Vegeta, just a board clear, dual attack. You never use the counter. I don't think I've ever used it, but it's a threat for 20k. You beat it up, 25k dual, really nice. You need it for the removal. Next we play our Floodgates. This is the baby minion. It's really nice, just because it's a 3 cost. You could do it early game after you ramp and then you awaken, you untap 3. Usually you don't have a big hand to like really defend with, so if you drop this guy down, more than likely your opponent can't or won't stop the summon unless they have something really cheap in order to do so. But more than likely they won't have anything, and they won't continue attacking you, because early in the game they're not going to want to bottom deck 3 cards just to do some damage, you know. Other than that, it'll be 25 because of the Servant, so it's a nice poke damage. Big out super combos if anything, but then after that he's just in rest mode and he's just kind of there. But he's really great for the defense aspect, and that's what we play for. I'm trying out 2 Abuni again, just because sometimes you don't see the blue unison and you kind of still want to do that untap 4, just because you want to feel very safe with your cards. So Abuni is just another turn 3 play that you can do if you don't get the blue unison, because that happens sometimes. But also if you do want like bodies on the board, Abuni just summons a bunch of tokens and then like just start swinging at your opponent. It's because we don't have that many threats besides like I guess the dual attack Vegeta, and then I guess this next card I'll show you. But we don't have a way to spam, so this card kind of like just spams threats on the board. So I like Abuni. Next this is the second most important card on the deck, just because he has Triple Strike and he defends your leader. It makes it that your opponent's battle cards can't attack your leader while this card's in rest mode. It having Deflect and Barrier is just huge for me. I really like that. And 20k, just kind of a Deadly Defender, Deadly Defender. It's really nice. And I usually use it to kill like unisons on my opponent's board. Let's say I'm not ready to start swinging at their life. I'll just use them to attack their unison and just get rid of it. So this card's amazing. I think 3 is a great number just because as unique. And usually you get 1 on the board, it'll stay there forever. Counterplays, we have Counterplay Trunks. It's an obvious blue card that you play in the blue deck. Not much to say about that. I play 2 Golden Avenger. This card's amazing. This card, along with this card or your blue unison, is great. They try to negate their Triple Strike, just be like, nope. Do this, and they lose a card on the board, and you draw a card, and you have a Triple Strike on the board as well. It's really nice. Another thing I did a lot during the tournament was, I guess against yellow, would be like, I would have 5 energy, and I know the yellow players always have the cooler, right? So I would hatch, they would try to cooler, and then here comes the baby, and your hatch X stays. They lose a card on the board, and you draw a card, and you have a Triple Striker and a 40k on the board. It's just a very safe way to secure your hatch on the board. And yeah, this card's amazing. I would run more of it, but the deck's still tight and has unique, so you can't really have 2 of them on the board. Hatchiat, best blue secure. Can't say much more about that. I charged it off my life twice in the tournament. I don't know why. This card loves being in my energy. Super combo obviously is this one. Just because, like I said, the early game is probably your most vulnerable part of the game. So having these to like draw you cards and filter through your deck is really nice. Sometimes when you're searching for that blue unison, you might want to use one of those. For defense, you use this card. Very nice. Like I said, the early game, because you lack that hand advantage, you're going to be using these to defend. You draw a card, which is very nice, and you can bottom deck a 1-drop on your opponent's field. Sometimes it's really nice if they are citing like Borgos against you. It's a 1 card out to Borgos. Also, like if they have a big guy on the board and it doesn't have barrier or whatever, and it's like their energy is higher than its energy cost is higher than their energy, then this is a 1 card out to get rid of it. Really nice. And then just staple blue stuff for D Magic and for Senzu Bean. Not much to say about those. These are probably like the cards I use the leader ability on mostly, just because they're not very useful in the beginning of the game. They're more like late game cards. But yeah, I'll show the side deck real quick. We got 4 of these ready to rumble Vegeta, so if I want to side out the baby minions, or if I feel like I need more floodgates, I have 4 of them there. If I feel like Abuni's not doing that well, I put in the Moody Chimps, or if you want more aggressive cards, you can put in 2 Moody Chimps. I put in 1 Jiren just in case I face SS4 Vegeta or any other blue deck that I play 17. I just want to make sure I have at least 1 card in my deck to counter the 17, and just so I don't lose automatically, you know. I played one of this UI Goku's really good against the U7 matchup when they drop the secret rare and stuff. This card's amazing. I love it. It's a great one of. This was for Bulma. I didn't face any Bulma, but if I did, you gotta respect the matchup. Just try to bomb like as many other blockers on the board if they have them, or it's also good against Rogue. You know, like maybe AOD or something. Like you never know when this card could come up. But this just to counter side my opponents if they have like the Borgos cards they want to put on against me, or if they have Kai's. You know, it's an easy out to them. It's just a very safe card as a counter side. This was just for those decks that summon a big guy, they want to win with that big guy. Pretty good against the Gamma matchup for the cells. It's just regular negate if you want it to be a regular negate. It's really nice. I like this card in my sideboard. Very safe. And then just to respect some of the green matches, like Cooler or like yellow Unison decks, you know, I have this in there just in case to like remove the triple strike or the dual attack, you know. And they don't see it coming, you know, no one sides this card. So this card was a very nice surprise factor for those Unison based decks that gain these big keywords and stuff to try to kill you. But yeah, that was it for the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just gonna give a quick shout out to our sponsors at King Fandom. They are helping us out and are new sponsors, so shout out to them. Shout out to my teammates, everyone who went to Gencon. I think there was like 8 of us who went. It was really fun. The Gencon was awesome. I unfortunately only played 1 Dragon Ball event, and I played the rest of my hero events. So who knows how much more better this deck could have done, or maybe I had a lucky day. You know, who knows. I do wish I played the 2nd regional though. But yeah, that was the deck, and I think I'm gonna keep still playing it until Zenkai comes out in May. Well, there's some new cards that you can play in Zenkai, so who knows, maybe. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the build and the video, and hopefully it helps out your own SS3 list. Or if there's any cool cards you think I should run, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I love feedback and advice, and if there's anything else you guys want to watch, like I have red decks like Red Gogeta. If you guys want to see fun decks, or if you just want to see like competitive decks that I take to events, then I'll leave it at that. But again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Later, dudes.